Every middle-aged man has thought about divorce, right? It's natural, especially when you're a billionaire. But you come home to a wife who is basically a glorified maid, scrubbing floors, no passion, just dull. I'm Ethan Sterling, CEO of the Sterling Group. I deserve better. Tonight is do or die. I need to close the deal with the Eclipse Group. They are the kings of Wall Street. Their money makes you royalty. My wife, Sarah, would wet her pants in a place like this. But Bella, she was born for it.
Ethan, this must be Mrs. Sterling? Wow, stunning. Now that is a woman worthy of your empire.
Thank you. She is perfect. See? Everyone thinks Bella is the real wife. Okay, maybe that's unfair to Sarah, but that scar on Bella's neck. She got that pulling me out of a fire 5 years ago. She saved my life. Don't I owe her a home? And Sarah? Her biggest war wound is a nick from a kitchen knife. She knows nothing about sacrifice. I left her home to protect her little feelings. She doesn't understand business anyway. She only understands laundry. I'm doing her a favor. Sir, Ethan Sterling, I'm ready to sign the papers. This partnership will be...
Mr. Sterling, Stop Headquarters just called. The deal is off.
What? Off? Impossible. There must be some mistake.
Eclipse never makes mistakes.
Damn it! Arrogant pricks. Someone must have sabotaged me. How am I going to fix this? Sarah. Of course. Does she have a radar for when I'm busy? Probably calling to ask what time dinner is. What a burden. Leave me alone! Divorce? She is divorcing me?
That night was the Starlight Gala, the most exclusive event in the country. Ethan didn't show up, but he let Bella take the head table. In the past, I would have stayed home and cried. But that night, I went. Not to save a crumbling marriage, but to witness the end of something. I put on my perfect wife mask. I smiled and told her,
Sterling, Mrs. Sterling, are you here alone to deny the divorce rumors?
Ethan is just busy. We are fine. What a perfect lie. Even though 10 minutes earlier...
Oh my God, is that a bruise? Witnesses saw an altercation between you and Ms. Bella in the VIP restroom. Was it her?
I said, I bumped into a door, that's all. I was still trying to protect Ethan's dignity. She gave me that look, the, I know you're lying, pity. God, I hated that look. It reminded me of how pathetic my last 5 years had been. Then the bidding started. Bella sat there like a queen, squandering Ethan's money. Bidding on the pink diamond Ethan promised me for our wedding.
6 million.
A voice came from the shadows.
10 million.
The voice was deep, dangerous. It sounded like him, the crazy brother who had vanished 4 years ago. But I had no time to care.
12 million.
Bella was furious. She bid 12 million. The room went silent. She thought she had won. She thought I was just a broke ex-wife. She thought I would do what I did for 5 years, step aside and let her take what was mine. But this time, no.
I bid 50 million.
Ethan's biggest mistake was thinking I'm just a dumb trophy wife who can't do math. He forgot that while he was busy flirting with models, I was the one with the Wharton finance degree, fixing his billion-dollar mistakes in the study. He treated me like a maid, but I was the one keeping his empire from crumbling.
What?
Look at Bella screaming. So pathetic. It reminds me of how Ethan used to look down on me. Every time I tried to warn him about a bad deal, he'd just wave his hand and say, "Sarah, stop pretending you understand business. Go reheat my coffee." And Bella? The first time she came to our house, she called me Ethan's free nanny. She said my hands were made for scrubbing toilets, not signing checks. And about that bruise on my face? Here is the truth. She tried to hit me.
You useless old hag! Get out of my way!
I caught her hand, and I slapped her back hard. I watched her cry. Then, I took out my lipstick and drew this perfect wound on my own cheek. Victims have to explain themselves. Winners just set the trap.
Security! Kick her out! You have no right to spend Ethan's money!
Everyone thinks that without Ethan, I am nothing. Even Ethan thinks that. Time to teach them a lesson. You are confused, Bella. Who said this was Ethan's money? This 50 million is just my pocket money.
Is 50 million a lot? That's just one day of interest for the Eclipse Group.
Yes, the mysterious CEO of Eclipse. He's my father. I pretended to be poor for 5 years just to see if Ethan loved me, or just my money. Now I know. 5 years ago, I pulled Ethan from that fire. But my father warned me.
Sarah, that man is too ambitious. Do not trust him.
I didn't listen. I signed a secret agreement, hid my identity, and even let Bella take the credit. I just wanted his heart. But I lost the bet.
What if I could secure the deal with Eclipse Group? Would you trust me just once?
Sarah, stop. Please. You can barely read a bill. Go back to your room and stop getting in my way. I've got enough on my plate.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me reintroduce myself. I am Sarah Lesser, sole heiress of the Eclipse Group, and Ethan Sterling's ex-wife. Yes, I'm getting a divorce. You want this? Too bad. I hate sharing. When the price of something is forced way higher than its actual value, it becomes worthless. Just like this necklace. And just like Ethan.
No.
You crazy bitch! Shh. The ex-husband is calling.
Sarah, where did you go? If you really want a divorce, fine. I'll give you an extra $5 million in a melody. Take it as my last favor. I'm at the company. Come over.
Oh, you are so generous, Ethan. But don't go to your office. Come to the penthouse of the Eclipse Tower. I'll be waiting for you in my office.
She hung up. Typical. She talks about divorce, but then she runs straight to the Eclipse Tower to beg for my business deal. Sarah, you really can't live without me, can you? She invited me to the Eclipse Tower. She must have begged the mysterious Mr. Lester for a meeting. God, she really loves me. All this, for me. I've changed my mind. I'm not getting divorced. You know, she's actually not that bad after all.
Sir, the Starlight Gala, there's a situation.
Not now. I don't have time for gossip. Prep the jet for Paris tonight. I'm taking my wife on vacation. Now this is power. Sarah must have pulled some serious strings to get a job here. Senior assistant? Or maybe she's just good at fetching coffee for the right people.
Right this way, sir. Miss Sarah is expecting you.
See? They respect me. Because I am Ethan Sterling, and Sarah is my wife. My shadow casts a protection over her. Sarah, darling, enough work. Let's go home. That is my wife. Get your hands off her!
Watch your tone, Ethan. This is the executive office of the Eclipse Group, not your bedroom.
Executive office? You're a secretary playing dress-up. Go home. Stop embarrassing me.
Secretary? Read it, Ethan. I am the executive director here.
Executive? Director? That's impossible.
And this isn't some random man. He is my partner.
Lucas?
Hi, brother. I'm back.
Watching the look on Ethan's face is pure bliss. Lucas, the lunatic brother he tossed out like trash 4 years ago, is standing right behind me. I can feel the rumble of his predatory laughter vibrating through his chest. Compared to Ethan's desperate, hollow barking, the breath of the wolf behind me is far more stimulating. Ethan thinks this is a family drama. He doesn't realize this is a hunt, and he's already dead.
Security! Kick these lunatics out of here! Sarah, you're actually using this loser to get under my skin?
Ease up, brother. I own 30% of Eclipse now. In the grand scheme of things, you're the beggar, and I'm your creditor.
The CFO's voice reading the foreclosure order sounds like a beautiful requiem. Default. Fraud. Asset seizure. Every word is a whip across his face. A guard steps forward and strips the $1 million Patek Philippe from Ethan's wrist. He struggles, but the fire in his eyes is finally being put out by pure terror. Ethan, you thought you were a king, but you're just a houseplant I kept in a greenhouse. And now, I'm cutting off your water. This glass is a Louis XIV antique. $3,000. Since you're fired, I'm adding it to your bill of service. Pick up the papers and get out of my building.
I didn't lose my cool as I stepped out of the elevator. I'm Ethan Sterling. Asset freezing, please. It's a legal stunt. I can fix with one phone call. Once I get into my Maybach, the world will tilt back onto its axis. But when I push through the lobby doors, it's not my driver waiting. It's a roaring, black beast of a motorcycle. Lucas is leaning there, looking at me like I'm a piece of roadkill. That casual indifference hurts worse than a blow to the face. Then, Sarah walks out.
She's swapped her heels for flats and walked straight past me to him.
Sarah! That's Lucas! He's a lunatic the family exiled years ago. You're actually getting on his bike?
Stop shouting, brother. You're giving me a headache.
I try to jerk away, but his grip is like a steel vise. I look at Sarah, waiting for her to stop this madness.
Don't follow us, Ethan. You can't even afford the gas for this bike anymore.
But she just snaps her helmet shut, mounts the back seat, and wraps her arms tightly around Lucas's waist. A gesture of intimacy she hasn't shown me in 5 years.
Mr. Sterling, your check bounced. You've got 1 day to clear your designer trash out of my apartment, or I'm dumping it all in the sewer!
One day. For the first time in my life, I'm being evicted like a stray dog by a low-life rent collector.
Ethan looks like a stray dog shivering in the rain. I know he has nowhere else to go but here to grab his so-called lifeboat. Too bad for him. I've already wiped his fingerprints from the system. Bella rushes out with arms full of bags, but she's not there for him. She's there to loot my house. What a tragic little couple. I think I'll go down and give them a hand. Watching Bella tremble makes me want to laugh.
Sarah, did you lock the door? Take the company, but don't you touch Bella. She almost died in that fire, saving my life.
She's terrified I'll peel off her mask right here. But I won't. Not yet. I trace a gloved finger along that scar on her neck. Even through the silk, I can feel the stiff silicone underneath. Nice work on the reconstruction, Bella. But tell me, if the sun hits this too long, does the plastic start to melt?
What are you talking about? Ethan! Get her away from me! She wants to ruin my face!
You cold-hearted bitch! You only know how to sign checks in an air-conditioned office. You know nothing of sacrifice. You're just jealous of her.
Jealous? Watching an elite genius play the hero for a piece of cheap plastic is way more fun than the truth. I think I'll let him drown in this lie a little longer. Get out, Ethan. Take your savior and go experience a real hell. Let's see how long your true love lasts in the slums.
I never imagined the streets could be this cold at night. Bella is shivering in my arms, that life-saving scar on her neck, looking so piercing under the streetlights. I tell her not to fear, that I still have connections. The Sterling name will get us back into a mansion. She says nothing, just gripping her soaked Hermes. I shout back at the house.
Sarah, where are my shirts? Are you really leaving me to rot in the street?
The only answer is the slam of the gates. I see that black SUV slowing down, and I almost burst out laughing. I knew it. Sarah is still the same Sarah. There is no way she'd actually watch me rot on the street. The assistant steps out, holding a neatly folded, pale yellow slip. The color of a check. The color of power. I was delirious with joy.
Mr. Sterling, the boss says this is the final severance pay for her ex-husband. Go wash cars. It suits you. Oh, and Mr. Snyder bought your favorite golf course to celebrate your bankruptcy. He sends his regards.
Sarah Lester, that crazy woman. She actually wants me to wash cars? And Schneider, that bastard, must be laughing his head off right now. The motorcade passes without slowing down. I feel like the whole world has shoved me into the mud. Bella suddenly breaks free, screaming at the cars, only to get sprayed with exhaust.
Ethan, you said you had a way. Is this your way?
I look at my filthy cuffs under the street lamp. I finally understand. Without Sarah, I can't even keep a decent shirt on my back.
Watching prey slaughter each other is the world's most exquisite entertainment. Ethan thinks Bella is his savior. She sees him as a meal ticket. Now the ticket is shredded. The savior reveals the rot underneath. I watch the monitor. Bella hid in this cheap dump with Ethan's last cufflinks. And my proud ex-husband? He's lurking in the shadows like a stalker, picking the lock to claw back his dignity. Pathetic. They forgot this motel is also Eclipse property. I step into the filth and walk toward that moldy room. Security kicks the door in. Ethan and Bella are tearing at each other over the cufflinks. They turn in unison. I see the exact same terror in their eyes. Such synchronicity. It's ironic. Mr. Sterling, nice lockpicking. Homeless life has taught you well.
Sarah, it's a mistake. Bella stole from me. I was just...
Yours? Ethan, every diamond and dress you bought her, even this carpet, came from my premarital fund. You weren't nurturing love. You were embezzling my assets. $200 million.
Officer, I'm a witness. He forced me to spend it. He said it was his. He's the liar.
Stolen light always returns to the sun. Every cent you can't spit back out, you'll repay with the rest of your life. This is my final mercy, Ethan. In prison, you'll have plenty of time to calculate exactly what you owe me.
I spent the night in a 2-meter cell, doing the math. 200 million. I couldn't pay that back if I sold my soul to God. Then the guard said I was bailed out. Charges dropped. I walked out, gasping for air, thinking it was a miracle, until I saw the Eclipse limo. Sarah is in the back, wearing oversized shades, elegantly flipping through files without even looking up. I rush to the window to thank her for her mercy, even if it's poisoned. But she just slides a gold-stamped contract out.
Don't get your hopes up, Ethan. I dropped the charges because prison is too easy an escape for you. I bought your debt. Now, I am your only creditor.
You want me to be your personal assistant? For 5 years? Sarah, this is kidnapping.
Assistant is the polite word, brother. In reality, you're just collateral. Try to run, and I'll break your legs and toss you into the furnace room to shovel coal.
Sarah finally turns. She pulls Lucas close by his tie and kisses his scarred lips right in front of me. It feels like a blunt knife carving another piece out of my bleeding heart.
Lucas, don't scare him. Those soft, manicured hands of his have a lot of floors to scrub from now on.
She didn't save me. She dragged me out of one cage and into a purgatory with no walls, but 1,000 times the despair. I used to think the homeless were just lazy, until I was erased. Effort is a joke when the capital world deletes your name. Sarah blacklisted me. Everyone knows I'm the traitor who owes Eclipse millions. No one will hire me. So I'm here, at her feet, scrubbing dust she'll never even notice. The screen is blinding. Lester, the man who moves markets, announces Sarah's identity. I freeze. The woman I mocked as a useless housewife now stands at the center of power, glowing like a sun I threw away.
Look, the Eclipse Queen. Heard her ex made her wash dishes. What an idiot.
He's probably licking boots in an alley now, treating a goddess like a maid. He's finished.
My phone vibrates in my greasy pocket. Is Bella. I thought saving her from jail might earn me a shred of guilt.
Ethan! Stop the debt collectors! I don't owe Sarah millions. You do, you useless defect. I should have let you burn in that fire.
My phone drops into the gutter. 200 million debt. Bella's curse. Sarah's judgment. I thought I was a god. Turns out, I'm just a dirty rag she tossed aside. Too filthy even for the trash.
Scrub harder, Ethan. Every ounce of your strength pays for your sin.
You want to really break a man? Don't kill him. Just let him live in your shadow. I'm sitting in the back of my limo, watching Ethan kneel in the muck, scrubbing my rims like a slave. Beside me, Lucas toys with a diamond ring. The true love token Ethan gave Bella 5 years ago. Lucas smirks, rolls down the window, and flicks the ring away.
Sterling. Fish it out. Consider it my gift to the boss.
Ethan freezes. He looks back, clinging to his last shred of pride. I ignore him, flipping through my reports. He reaches into the filth with hands that used to sign $1 million contracts. When he pulls out the muddy ring, Bella rushes over, screaming to reclaim her medal. The diamond ring turned to dust right before my eyes. I gotta admit, I was actually a little surprised for a split second, but I buried that feeling real quick. Somehow, he caught it. He actually looked at me and gave me this big, relieved smile, like he'd just won some grand prize and earned his way back to me. He thinks just because he picked me over her, I'm supposed to be touched to death. Like I'd ever give him that satisfaction.
For years, you treated trash like treasure. Now, you belong with the trash.
The ring is gone. His pride is shredded, but he still hasn't figured it out. The nightmare's only just starting. Outside, a blizzard rages, ready to swallow everything. I stand by the window, watching the small cabin 100 yards away. Ethan is in there, shivering in a drafty room with no heat. He refused the dorms, insisting on staying like a banished dog that refuses to leave. I love this feeling. He's so close, yet he can never cross this bulletproof glass. Lucas walks up behind me, smelling of cold air and strong liquor. It's invasive. He wraps his arms around me, his palm flat against my stomach, chin resting on my shoulder.
He's watching, sister. Want to give him a real show?
I don't push him away. Lucas guides my hand to the pool table. Pretending to teach me a shot, he presses his entire body against my back. His steady heartbeat thuds against my shoulder blades. I sense the sudden movement outside. I lean back into the crook of his neck. I know this hurts Ethan more than death. Once I begged for his touch while he was with someone else. Now, he has to watch the treasure he threw away bloom in another man's arms.
Brother, a tight tie can kill. But choosing the wrong woman, that will suffocate you every day for the rest of your life.
In the last second before the curtains close, I see Ethan's hand clawing at the snow. His knuckles are frozen a blinding, deathly white. The heavy velvet curtains shut out the blizzard, along with Ethan's desperate eyes. I pushed Lucas away and returned to my study. The medical record in that anonymous email was like a scalpel, slicing open the scabs of 5 years ago. The records show Bella had a miscarriage at a hotel 30 kilometers away that night. And that anonymous patient who nearly died from lung burns was me. How pathetic. I pulled down my collar. That red mark below my collarbone glared under the lights. Ethan used to point at it mocking me for being so clumsy to leave such a mark just from cutting vegetables. Today is the day I officially take over the Sterling estate. That greedy woman, Bella, actually snuck into the second-floor dressing room during the chaos. I pushed open the door, the click of my heels sounding exceptionally sharp. Startled, Bella dropped a brooch. She instinctively clutched her collar, trying to use that fake scar to earn pity. Give it up, Bella. If Ethan knew his savior angel was just a fraud, would he still be slave away for you? Bella turned ashen and collapsed onto the floor. With a loud crash, the door flew open. Ethan stood there, drenched in sweat and still clutching a mover's rope. He hadn't heard what we said. He just instinctively shielded Bella, glaring at me. Looking at him like this, I suddenly feel it's better to let him find out for himself. I let out a cold laugh and brushed past his shoulder out the room. As I passed, a sharp pain in my lungs made me cough violently, twice. It was the permanent metal from that fire 5 years ago.
Sarah's cough sounded like a rusted saw against my heart. I've heard it before, beside my hospital bed, 5 years ago. I thought it was someone else. I never noticed. Why is she like this? Bella screams, begging to leave, but I only see Sarah's retreating back. A sudden panic makes me lose my footing. Thunder booms as the rain starts. On nights like this, at the old mansion, Sarah would sit up all night coughing. Only one specific remedy from downtown could stop it. I bolt into the storm, pushed Bella away. Penniless and frozen out by eclipse, I run miles through a fever, my knees shaking in the mud, but I can't stop. I pawned my broken watch for this medicine. Anything to stop her pain. Drenched in mud, I scramble back. Sarah steps out in a gown I've never seen. I look like a beggar as I offer the box with trembling hands. Sarah, please, take this. It's the only thing that works for you.
I'd rather cough to death than take anything from you. Get back into the rain, Ethan.
The box falls into the mud, swallowed by murky water. Sarah turns, not letting her umbrella shield me for a second. I hear her voice through the rain.
Pity would be a betrayal of the woman who spent years kneeling, begging you to come home.
Polished shoes stop by the mud. Lucas takes the umbrella, pulling Sarah into his chest. He feeds her an expensive pill with agonizing intimacy. I watch her swallow it. Rain and sweat sting my eyes. Kindness, when 5 years late, is more sickening than poison. I stood in the rain for a long time, until the cold in my lungs made me hallucinate. Sarah's cough, Lucas's fingers, and that black umbrella that shut me out of her world. I was desperate to grab onto anything. I wanted to prove the Sarah who ironed my shirts and made my meals wasn't dead, just hiding. I rushed to the old mansion, into the cluttered storage room. It was full of her discarded trash. Or rather, the graveyard where I buried her dignity for 5 years. I must be insane. Looking for proof of existence in this junk. I opened the first page of her diary. Every line was my name. She recorded which pressure points to rub for my stomach. The exact 85-degree temperature for my coffee. Even a random craving I had for apple fritters 5 years ago. She stood in a blizzard for 3 hours to get them, her fingers frozen red. And what did I do? I was buying diamonds for Bella. Complaining the fritters weren't hot enough when she returned. The last page was wrinkled by tears, the ink blurred. She wrote, "I know he might not love me, but I saved him. We are bound by something stronger than blood. I want to grow old with him, even if he never knows it was me." Turns out my 5 years of pride were built on her very flesh and bone. I'm no business genius. I'm just a thief who stole her life.
Sarah! I saw it. I saw the diary. Kill me. Please, just kill me to pay you back.
Sister, he's in the way. Should I run him over?
Go around. The road is filthy. Don't ruin my tires.
I'm a blind man. I murdered the only girl who ever loved me. It's too late to beg. Because the way she looks at me now, I'm no different from the grime on the street.
Bella truly loves the spotlight. Even after I tore her mask off at the mansion, she managed to patch up that fake persona, playing the heroic savior and raising funds from the city's elite. She forgot that every camera and wire in this hall is controlled by Eclipse, and Ethan, my once arrogant ex-husband, is hiding in the shadows in a faded waiter's uniform, staring at the woman who cheated him for 5 years, like a trapped rat. Since he lacks the guts to end it, I'll deliver the final funeral. Bella, the title of savior shouldn't belong to a plastic surgeon's scalpel. That scar on your neck didn't come from a fire. It came from your own bottomless greed. This is a real Medal of Honor. That thing on your neck is nothing but cheap, rotting silicone. Bella's hideous skin, bloated with fillers, is exposed under the blinding camera flashes. Ethan rushes toward me, trembling, trying to seize my hand. The absolute, suffocating regret in his eyes makes me feel a wave of physical nausea.
Sarah, I know the truth now. These 5 years, what on earth have I done to you?
Don't touch me. I have a hygiene problem. Perfect. Let him spend every remaining second of his life choking on the weight of his own unforgivable guilt.
I don't know how long I've been running. I only know that if I don't stop that car, my life will end right back in that fire. 5 years ago, she carried me out, enduring the agonizing pain in her lungs. And for 5 years, I despised her rough hands. I despised her cheap clothes. I even trampled her dignity into the mud for that lying bitch. I'm a monster. A complete and utter blind fool. Rainwater floods my throat, tasting bitter and salty. Sarah, please, just look at me. Just one look.
Sarah, I remember everything now.
The taste of that porridge, the coughing by my hospital bed.
Please, kill me to pay my debt, if you have to. Just don't throw me away.
Ethan, some apologies are destined to rot in your stomach the moment they are spoken. To become the woman I am today, I had to murder the Sarah who loved you with my own hands. You are pleading with a ghost.
I collapse into the filthy mud. Through my blurred vision, I see Lucas reach out inside the car, gently tucking a stray hair behind Sarah's ear. She used to wait for me in the rain, too. Back then, did she feel the same way I do now? Like the entire universe had just gone dark? I genuinely believed I was going to die in the freezing rain last night. Instead, my landlord kicked me back into this tiny, drafty hellhole like a piece of worthless garbage. The lawyer drops a beautifully bound folder onto my shaky table. He tells me it's the Chief Assistant Service Fee Ms. Sarah is officially collecting.
It includes 5 years of labor, where she, a top Wharton graduate, acted as your private chef, data analyst, and executive advisor.
It also covers her initial startup capital, commissions secured through her family's connections, and the billions saved by fixing your corporate blunders. With accumulated interest, that is $200 million. This isn't just an invoice. It's a list of my sins. I used to think all her devotion was free because she loved me so pathetically. Now I finally realize her sacrifice was priceless, and I destroyed it all with my own hands.
Sign it right now. Tomorrow morning, report to the Eclipse freight docks for heavy manimal labor until you pay every last cent. Until then, you are absolutely not allowed to die.
$200 million. Moving cargo. Fine. As long as I am still breathing inside your empire, even as a lowly grunt breaking my back, I just want to be close to you. Even if you never look at me ever again.
I thought exiling Ethan to the docks for hard labor would bring me satisfaction. But right now, trapped between Lucas's arms, I realize I've invited a wolf into my house. The way he looks at me isn't just a man looking at a woman. It's a hunter eyeing a trapped fox. He brings up the fire from 5 years ago, his tone as thrilled as if he were discussing a grand celebration.
Sister, I was there that night too. I watched you risk your life carrying him out. Do you know what I was thinking? I kept thinking, if you couldn't get him out, if he just burned to death in there, could I have had you 5 years sooner?
My entire body turns ice cold. He wasn't a savior at all. He was the most vicious spectator of that disaster. He lowers his head, pressing his lips against the back of my hand, damp and scalding hot.
You are mine. I don't care if that fire is still burning in your heart. As long as you have me in your veins, that's enough.
In that split second, my breathing stops completely. Hidden beneath several top-secret contracts lies a piece of black lace lingerie. It's the exact one that mysteriously went missing from the old mansion 3 months ago. It lies there like a silent curse, declaring Lucas's sick, voyeuristic obsession with me that has lasted for years.
Sister-in-law, my brother's lingering scent has finally faded. Now, this room only breathes my scent.
The wind at the docks cuts like a knife. I used my wages from hauling thousands of tons of cargo, plus the cash from hawking my father's last watch, to finally buy back this wedding ring from the pawn shop. I thought if I were humble enough, if this ring still existed, there might be a 1 in a million chance. I walk into the executive office. Sarah is by the window, her back a wall of ice. Sarah, I got the ring back. I know it's not worth 200 million, but it's my life.
Ethan, every promise you ever made me is just like this piece of trash. It makes me sick.
Sparks fly into my nail beds, but I feel no pain. The ring is gone. Along with my last shred of dignity, it's turned into scrap metal.
Stop picking up scrap metal, brother. Sign here. As of today, the Sterling Group is officially erased.
I hear her voice.
A broken heart can't be mended. And a broken ring is just trash. A busy intersection. A silver Bentley blocks the road. Silas Snyder smirks inside. Ethan stands by the car, looking utterly defeated. The vulture who's been eyeing the Sterling Group for a decade is finally making his move. I watch the monitors as he hands Ethan a contract. It's a deal with the devil. Help kidnap me tonight, and Snyder will fund his comeback. I watch Ethan. This is the only chance he'll ever have to rise again.
Sarah, turn around! They're going to hit you!
Ethan throws his body against the car like a human shield. The world goes silent. Ethan flies like a broken puppet, hitting my windshield before sliding into the mud. Blood stains my vision. I look at him. My hands shake, but I force them into fists. I don't cry. I don't even let my face flicker. I calmly dial 911.
Police? I'd like to report a staged accident. Someone is faking a crash at my car. Clean it up.
Distant sirens begin to wail. Freeze frame on Sarah looking down at Ethan in his own blood, her eyes terrifyingly cold. My assistant asks if we should call in the global specialists. If I say yes, he might live normally. If I stay silent, he'll spend his life in a wheelchair. Looking at that blood, I feel only weight. This kind of bloody favor is a burden my revenge doesn't need.
Get the best doctors, but tell him the surgery is a loan at our highest interest rate.
I don't owe favors to dead men, and I don't want his life. I want him alive to pay me back. In this world, the person who could make me cry died in that fire 5 years ago. Now, I don't need a hero. I only need a debtor. Inside the ICU, Ethan barely opens his eyes. His oxygen mask is foggy.
Is Sarah okay?
The doctors said my left leg is useless now. But honestly, to me, this is the most honorable scar I'll ever wear. I work the graveyard shift at these docks for $2,000 a month, just enough to cover the interest on my medical bills. But I'm not sticking around for the paycheck. I'm here to guard my light, the only thing I have left. I know every dirty trick these thugs have up their sleeves.
I won't call the police. Sarah hates the drama. I'll handle this my way.
Just being able to see your headlights light up this dark street. What's a broken leg compared to that?
I'll protect you from the shadows, whether you want me to or not.
Don't you dare go to his aid. Since he's so determined to play the part of a loyal dog, let him stay out in the rain until he's spent.
Shut down the surveillance feed. Whether he breathes his last breath out there or not is no concern of Eclipse.
Tomorrow is our 5th wedding anniversary, Sarah. And I'm still here, waiting for you.
Today is our 5th anniversary. It's almost touching that he actually remembers I used to love these cheap daisies. He's been standing outside my window for 3 hours, his lips turning blue from the cold, with that nauseating look of hope in his eyes. Does he really believe a little bit of pathetic persistence can wash away 5 years of my blood and tears?
Sarah, happy anniversary. I remember you saying these were the toughest flowers in the world. Just like you.
I took the bouquet without looking at it and threw it directly into the mud under the wheels. This is the receipt for the diamond ring you bought Bella 5 years ago today. $6 million. Your little flowers are far too cheap to settle the debt you owe me. You're living in a dream if you think this changes anything. Report for duty at this address. It's a much better fit for a bottom feeder like you. Don't be late. You used to tell me I wasn't a materialistic woman. But that shouldn't have been your excuse to treat me like garbage. 5 years ago, these flowers were a romance. Today, they are just trash. And you? You're the one I hired to collect the trash.
Sarah calls me trash. So here I am, digging through hospital waste. I just emptied a bin when I saw Lucas storm out. He looked like he wanted to kill someone. He crumpled a paper and hurled it into the muck. Once he was gone, I dug it out like a madman. I unfolded the damp report, and my heart stopped. I felt the blood drain right out of my face. Wait, that's my blood type. The golden blood only few people have. She's pregnant, but I haven't touched her in months. Except that one night I came home wasted. So, is Sarah actually carrying my baby? I sneaked in, crouching behind a medical cart. Sarah was slumped in a chair, looking like a ghost. Lucas was totally out of control. He had the doctor pinned against the wall, looking ready to snap his neck right then and there.
Say it again! The blood types don't match? I'm asking you, whose seed is this?
It's Mr. Sterling's blood type, sir.
Lucas whipped around. He knew I was there, but he chose a more cruel way to humiliate me. He grabbed Sarah's chin right in front of me, forcing her to look at him with a terrifying dominance.
Get rid of it. I refuse to carry that scumbag seed.
No, sister. We're keeping it. I want him to grow up looking like me. He'll carry my name. I want that loser to watch his own flesh and blood call me father.
I saw his hand through her thin gown, those scarred fingers digging into her stomach. He wasn't being sweet. He was staking a claim. He's stealing my baby as a trophy to humiliate me forever.
Lucas's possessiveness is spiraling into a disease. He wants to keep this child, not out of love, but to strip away the very last shred of Ethan's dignity. But I've never been a woman who enjoys being managed. On my monitor, I watch Bella sneaking into the lab while Ethan stands guard at the door. trying to block the woman who played him for 5 years. That's when Lucas smashed the door open and leveled Ethan with one hell of a punch. I watched him hit the floor, and I didn't feel a damn thing.
Back off my lab reports, brother. Do you honestly think you're worthy of having an heir? Stay in the dirt where you belong.
Lucas, this kid is a bastard. You're being played for a fool by this cold-blooded bitch. Don't you see it?
He pulls me in tight, his palm burning through my dress. He's marking his territory, right in front of my ex-husband. He wants the whole world to know I'm his prize now, and he's never letting go. It makes my skin crawl. But it's exactly what I planned.
The surgery is scheduled for 10 tomorrow morning.
I'm going to make you watch with your own eyes as your lineage officially becomes extinct in this world. Watching two men go absolutely insane over a piece of meat. This is my favorite pastime for the night. I wonder who will break first.
Oh.
I knew I couldn't outfight a beast like Lucas. I also knew Sarah had completely given up on me. But I've got that pregnancy report tucked in my pocket. If this child was gone, my last reason for living would vanish with him. I saw Sarah step out of the car. She was dressed in pure white, shielded in Lucas's arms, and the sight of them made my eyes burn with a physical pain. Sarah! Just let him live. If you keep him, I'll jump right now and pay back your family with my life. I'll give you whatever you want.
Then go ahead and jump, brother. The more pathetic your death is, the cleaner our new life together will be. Nobody is going to stop you.
The same suicide act again, Ethan? It's been 5 years. Aren't you bored of this yet? You really think your life has that much value to me?
The coldness in her eyes was more freezing than the gale at the bottom of the cliff. I finally understood. In her empire, I didn't even have the value of a threat anymore. My only remaining use was to disappear completely. If I die, can he have a life? Can he at least have a chance to breathe?
Then jump. Honestly, it saves me the surgery fee. You're doing me a favor at this point.
I didn't blink. I stared into those stone-cold eyes, and then I just let go. A world without her wasn't a world I wanted to be in anyway. Sarah, you screamed. I saw you break. You lunged for the edge, your hands clawing at nothing. It turns out you couldn't kill the part of yourself that loved me after all. What a steal. Even in death, I've won a piece of you.
I let him live, but not out of mercy. I let him live because dead men can't pay back their debts. As the helicopter descended, the wind tore through whatever was left of Ethan's sanity. My father, the true architect of Eclipse, stepped out of the cabin with his gold-plated cane. 5 years ago, I cut ties with my family just to marry Ethan. My father warned me that man had greed in his eyes, but no soul. Today, he didn't scold me. He just held my hand in his withered ones. I saw Lucas, always so arrogant, bow his head like a submissive servant before my father's overwhelming presence.
Take this money and get out of America. A piece of trash like you isn't even worthy of being my daughter's prisoner. Don't let me see your face again.
The debt I owe her can't be paid with simple money. I'm staying here. I need to see her be happy with my own eyes, even from the gutter.
I stood by the window and watched my father spit on that severance check. I used to think this was cruel, but now it feels like justice. This is the true taste of power, Ethan. You tried to use it to humiliate me. Now, it will be the mountain you can never climb.
This kid is also dangerously ambitious. He'll be the sharpest blade in your hand, but he's also the one most likely to sink that knife right into your back.
I gripped the key to the safe tightly. At the peak of power, there is no room for love. Even trust is a luxury I can no longer afford.
I was dead wrong. I foolishly thought hard work could repay $200 million. But I forgot that Sarah is the god of this city now. She issued a total, high-level blacklist against me. I walked into firms where managers once begged for my time, but now they don't even look up. They just coldly tell security,
There's something filthy at the door. Clear it out immediately.
I walk the streets, and every single corner is covered in massive posters of Sarah taking over Eclipse. She looks like an untouchable, radiant deity. Meanwhile, even when I apply to wash dishes at a local diner, the owner throws my resume in my face in front of a laughing crowd.
Hire you! Do you want my shop demolished by tomorrow morning? Get the hell out of here, you jinx!
This was the only job I could find in this entire state. Just then, a group of elegantly dressed elites walked in. Leading them was Sarah, radiating absolute power.
Excellent.
She stopped right in front of me, the lethal tip of her stiletto resting mere inches from my trembling fingers.
Go ahead and fish this out. Use your bare hands.
She didn't even grant me the mercy of a glance. I finally understand. In this world, the cruelest thing isn't hate or violence. It's total, absolute, and bone-chilling indifference. I knew Lucas was up to no good the moment I saw him. He slapped a keycard for room 808 against my chest and handed me a phone. The screen showed a live feed of Sarah passed out on a bed, with several sleazy shareholders pushing the door open. I knew it was a trap. If I swiped in, the reporters would catch the scandal, and I'd be buried alive.
I'm giving you a chance to be the hero, brother. Enter that room and you might save your precious ex-wife. Stay out. And that video goes viral across the globe in 5 minutes.
I stared at Sarah's pale, vulnerable face on that small screen. I realized I couldn't afford to bet against even that 1% chance that she was actually in danger.
Sarah, get out of here! Run!
Ethan, you've lost every last shred of dignity. Breaking into your ex-wife's bedroom in the middle of the night? Are you truly that desperate for a reconciliation?
I bent my spine under the weight of their insults. Sarah, I don't care if the whole world hates me. As long as that video was a lie, as long as you weren't the one truly suffering on that bed, I would jump into this trap 1,000 times over.
Ethan took the fall for all those cameras and is currently rotting in a holding cell. I know it was Lucas's handiwork. That boy really isn't playing nice lately. I'll find a way to break him soon enough. But before that, I've discovered something much more interesting. I always thought that fire 5 years ago was just old Sterling's greed, but the gasoline records I just obtained contain a name that makes my skin crawl. Bella, let's talk about that night. The man who handed you the lighter at the back door, was he really just a random stranger passing by?
You think you've won, Sarah? That Lucas by your side? His blood is hotter than that fire. He's the one who wanted Ethan dead more than anyone in this world.
I cut the intercom, watching Bella's distorted face. The truth washes over me like a freezing tide. If Lucas was a co-conspirator in that arson, then his protection of me for 4 years has been the most calculated murder imaginable. I stepped out of the prison gates, and there was Lucas, waiting for me. He rushed over and draped his coat around my shoulders, looking like a total saint. But the second he pulled me close, I didn't feel warm. I felt a chill run down my spine. I smelled it, that burnt, ashy scent that just won't wash off him. It was the same smell from the fire 5 years ago, the fire that was supposed to kill me. I've hidden a razor-sharp knife under my pillow. Since I've invited a wolf into my house, I might as well see whose teeth are sharper when the night comes. Lucas's possessiveness has spiraled into something pathological. He's manipulated the media, branding Ethan as sexual predator just to force an early wedding. His hand clamps over my abdomen like a claim on territory.
It doesn't matter whose name the kid takes. What matters is he'll watch how I possess his mother from now on.
I look at myself in the mirror like a sacrificial lamb. Just then, a heavy thud at the door. Ethan is standing there with the wedding champagne, staring at our reflection. Because he's gripping the crate so hard, his nails dig into the wood until they bleed.
Since the help is here with the wine, stay on your knees and watch closely. See what a real husband looks like.
The sting on my back snaps me into focus. I watch Ethan get pinned to the floor by guards. Lucas wants him to rot at rock bottom, forced to watch while he claims every single thing Ethan used to own, starting with me. But why should I be your chess piece, Lucas? This is no longer fun. Darling, for my party tonight, I want Ethan to serve us. Personally, I want him to see everything.
I thought I knew what rock bottom was, but watching Sarah sit on Lucas's lap in that backless dress, while I kneel in this humiliating uniform, it's a new level of hell. Lucas intentionally spills wine on me and grinds his heel into my hand, making me clean it like a dog. I don't fight back. It doesn't matter anymore. As long as I can stay this close to make sure her back wound is treated, I can survive without dignity.
Give us a dance, Sterling.
Show them that talent you used to force your secretaries to perform on the tables.
Sarah steps forward, her fingers icy as they brush against my chest. There is no mockery in her eyes, only a cruel, disturbing sort of tenderness.
That's $1 off your debt for the last 5 years. Make sure you show up for my wedding tomorrow.
Lucas, if you want to be a beast, then I'll send you straight to hell tonight.
I see Ethan kneeling at the edge of the carpet, looking at me with pure disbelief. His hand is wrapped in thick bandages from grabbing that glass to save me last night. He probably can't fathom why I'm still proceeding with the wedding after what happened. This ceremony is for the stock price, and a grave I've dug for Lucas. Lucas stands at the altar with a golden folder, smiling like a saint. I know him inside out. He snuck a hidden page into our marriage papers. A dirty little clause that would give him total control over everything I own. He cooked up an accident to back me into a corner and force my hand. Lucas pours a glass for my dad. A blessing wine, he calls it, but it's spiked. He's just waiting for my father to drink it and have a heart attack a second before I sign. In all that panic, he'll act like my only rock, forcing me to sign some emergency mandate so he can own me like a puppet. The rim is an inch from my father's lips when suddenly, Ethan, kneeling there in the dirt, snaps into action. Wine and blood spray across my white gown as the room erupts in screams. Lucas found the empty sedative bottle.
Filthy janitor! Are you trying to murder the chairman?
I see Ethan trembling in pain, but his eyes stay locked on the gold folder, warning me, don't sign. Drag him out. Why is your heart racing, darling? Which page did you really want me to sign? Outside, Ethan waits like a loyal stray dog. Inside, Lucas has finally dropped all pretense. He doesn't reach for the stock documents. Instead, he locks the door, staggers over, and buries his face in my neck, breathing greedily. He starts rambling. He tells me he doesn't give a damn about the money or the shares. He did all this just to keep me in a cage of his own making. He wants to wipe my father and his trash brother out of my life forever. His confession makes me physically nauseous. Suddenly, he smashes the bottle on the table and glares toward the door.
How much do you think Ethan can hear through that door? I'll let him listen exactly how his favorite woman weeps in my arms.
I don't scream. I slowly reach into the silk holster on my inner thigh and draw a surgical blade, pressing the razor-sharp edge against his carotid artery. It's my turn. Lucas, the receipt for that gasoline and the original security footage of you locking the doors are in my safe. Do you want to exercise your rights as a husband or as a death row inmate? Tonight, this room will only have one winner. It's not you, you lunatic, and it's not that crying wreck outside. Ethan Sterling, come in. Patch up your brother and try not to ruin my carpet.
I have no idea what truly happened in that suite last night. Lucas told me to get lost, and I didn't want to touch him anyway. But I shouldn't have walked away. Sarah looks more fragile than death itself. Lucas claims my intrusion caused her miscarriage. He's lying, but I can only wait here for a child I don't even have the right to hold. My only blood left in this world.
Mr. Lucas, Miss Sarah, the child's heartbeat has stopped. We must operate immediately.
In that moment, I hear the sky crashing down. I stagger up, trying to force my way in. Lucas spins around, drives a fist into my gut, and pins me against the wall.
Do you hear that? You're extinct, brother. That's the price for coveting things that don't belong to you.
Ethan, get out. I don't want a single trace of you left in this world.
It's all gone. If this is how you choose to kill me, Sarah, then you've won. This corpse has no soul left for you to toy with.
Hearing his wails, I stroke the life still beating inside me. To end this hell, I have to let you die here. One more time. 3 days later, Lucas peels apples for me, his arsonist hands unnervingly gentle. He thinks he's erased my obstacle. He watches my pale face with a sick relief.
Don't be mad, sister. Be a good girl. I'll build you a garden you'll never have to leave.
A madman's confession. He thinks I've finally bowed. To show me our future, he summons the old viper. Old Sterling crawls out of hiding, eager to treat my empire like an ATM. I've used Ethan as the final bait. Old Sterling looks at his broken son with pure disgust.
Stop crying! Lucas is twice the son you'll ever be. He set the fire, and now he's even gone and claimed Sarah. You're a failure, Ethan. Even your unborn bastard is worth more dead than you are alive!
Ethan's soul shatters. I press the intercom.
See? This is your bloodline. Since they treat you like an animal and me like a trophy, our unborn baby as nothing but baggage.
Ethan's eyes burn with hate. The viper realizes the trap and pulls a gun.
Bitch! You set me up! Die!
No! Stop! Don't touch her!
As he fires, Ethan lunges. He grabs the white-hot barrel with bare hands, locking his grip on his father's throat, and rams the wheelchair toward the closing industrial gate. Old Sterling screams. Ethan looks back at me. That look says, Sarah, I'm taking the Sterling name to hell with me. It's time you saw what a man with nothing left to believe in can do. His destructive power is breathtaking.
The sound of that gate was the death knell for my life. My spine is snapped, blood soaking into the cracks of the stone. But I won. I've pinned the devil to the floor of hell. I look at my father. He's buried in the wreckage, eyes wide with the fear of death. I feel no pity, only relief. At the last second, Sarah stopped the gate. She didn't want me to die, yet. She doesn't call an ambulance. She doesn't reach for me. She just walks closer, staring at the blood-soaked sinner dying before her. Sarah, take it. The evidence. It's all here. Send him where he belongs. I'm finishing this myself.
Hello, police. I'm reporting Old Sterling for arson and murder. The evidence is secured.
The suspect is incapacitated. Right at my feet.
I watch her hang up. I see Lucas's guards retreating in terror. I hear the sirens wailing in the distance.
Is the debt paid, Ethan? Does this trade for the life your father tried to take from me?
Not enough. I told you. My life belongs to you too. Take it whenever you want. I've finally murdered my home and burned every bridge. The Sterling name is nothing but a curse now. Sarah, I have no family left. My only cage is you. All of New York curses me now. They call me a heartless beast who sent his own father to prison. I don't care. My life effectively ended the moment I lost her. My only mission now is to guard my goddess from the gutter. I watch Sarah on stage, radiant and untouchable. It is the throne she deserves. Danger didn't come from the red carpet guarded by pros. It was hiding behind a neglected catering cart.
Bitch! You ruined my dream, so I'll ruin that face you use to seduce men. Let's all die together!
She lunged toward the stage like a bolt of lightning. In that split second, I couldn't even feel my paralysis. Did it hurt? In that moment, I didn't feel a thing. I only sensed a hiss of white smoke rising from my back and the sudden, violent tightening of charred flesh. I buried my face in her neck, greedily breathing in the last scent of her perfume. It was worth it. As long as her face is untouched, as long as her favorite dress isn't stained, it's all worth it.
Ethan, are you insane? I didn't ask for you to save me.
Sarah, look. Now. The scars on our bodies are finally symmetrical.
In that moment, I wavered. Watching him shield me with his own flesh, a tiny crack appeared in my frozen heart. But I quickly remembered the last 5 years, how he made me entertain clients, attend checkups alone, and live like a slave. This late redemption cannot wash away his sins. I didn't sign a discharge paper. I signed a life employment agreement. The doctor told me his back is mangled and he'll never walk again. You're a cripple now. I will provide for you for the rest of your life. But from this day on, you stay in the deepest basement of the Eclipse Hotel. You will never see the sun again. This is the cage you've earned. Through his oxygen mask, Ethan managed a weak, agonizing smile.
Sister, I'm the only Sterling man left. Sign this asset proxy. I'll take care of you from now on.
Lucas, since you're so eager for this crown, I'll let you dream a little longer. I'll sign tomorrow. Stay and guard the room for me tonight, will you? You're the only one I trust.
Of course. I'll take excellent care of brother. Sleep well, my queen.
I turned and walked out. In that moment, a cruel, sharp smirk played on my lips. The show is about to begin. Lucas thought I'd finally cleared out, but I never actually left the hospital. He forgot that every camera in this hospital is Eclipse's eye. Watching him try to murder his own brother in the dead of night. I gripped my coffee cup until my knuckles turned white. I have been waiting for him to confess the filthy truth that's been buried for 5 long years.
Do you know why that fire burned so fast 5 years ago, brother? Because I poured the gasoline. I locked the exit. The old man just wanted insurance money. I wanted you dead. Too bad Sarah was stupid enough to drag you out.
So Bella wasn't lying after all. It really was you who handed her that lighter. Lucas, I can make you a CEO, or I can make you a convict. Your ambition crossed the line. I used your love to get my revenge, and I've become the person I hate most. It's time to end this. Lucas is begging on the floor, but I only look at Ethan. He is weeping, yet his eyes shine with a hallowed peace. He heard the secret. Our child lives. To him, my safety and the child's life are the twin sons of his redemption. Oh, one more thing. The baby is alive, but I changed the name. Not Sterling. The last name? It's mine, the sole heir to Eclipse.
No windows here. Ethan looks up at me. In those cloudy eyes, I actually see hope. He probably thinks that now Lucas is gone, I'm here to take him home. How pathetic. This is the apron he threw at me years ago, still stained with the mushroom soup he used to love. I flick my lighter, the flame dancing in my eyes. Watch closely, Ethan. This is the very last piece of the Sarah who loved you. I'm giving her a proper burial.
No! Please! That's all I have left of you!
It's not for him. It's my cage. By burning it, the housewife who scrubbed his floors finally dies. My hands sign trillion-dollar contracts now. They don't touch grease. Smell that smoke, Ethan?
Ethan falls from his chair like a mad dog, clawing at the bin. He stuffs the hot ashes into his mouth, desperate to taste the last of me.
It's gone. Not even the dust remains. My death sentence for him is total erasure. My assistant asks if I want to move the dying man in the basement to a room with a view of the sun. Sunlight is a luxury reserved for those with hope. For Ethan, I have left nothing but eternal shadow. I have become the most powerful woman in New York City. I bought every landmark Ethan ever wanted. My father left me with only one rule before he passed. Sarah, never look back. Those who look back never reach the throne.
The ring. My 50 million. That bitch Sarah still hasn't come back to iron my gown.
Don't cheat her. Let her stay in her delusions. This is the only punishment she truly deserves.
The world is finally clean. Every traitor is either in a grave or a cage. I thought I'd feel empty, but I don't. I only feel the absolute, godlike freedom of being in control.
Ma'am, the man in the basement, the doctors say he won't last the night. His final wish is to see you in the starlight dress one last time.
The starlight dress. The gown I love the most, which he draped over Bella just to humiliate me.
I never once thought about tossing it. To forget the humiliation is to betray myself.
You want to see me in it? Fine. I'll let you see exactly what you threw away before you close your eyes forever.
I didn't have to come. But a debt like ours needs a final settlement before the heart stops. I walk into that rotting cellar. Ethan is clutching a stack of taped-up papers. The same divorce agreement he ripped to shreds 5 years ago.
He spent months piecing it back together with his crippled hands.
So beautiful. Sarah. If only I had been the one to take you that night.
Some debts are too heavy to settle, Ethan. I'm not wearing this dress to make your dream come true. I'm wearing it to celebrate the end of my nightmare. Don't die thinking you loved me. You only loved the slave who ironed your shirts. So, don't die on my shoes. You'll stain the silk. I don't take the paper. I turn away, and my heavy, diamond-encrusted train sweeps it right out of his hand and into the trash. Death isn't the end, Ethan. My life without you, that is the end. 1 year later, the grass has grown tall over the graves. Old Sterling died in a prison gutter. Lucas is rotting in some third-world slum. 5 years ago, I stood outside these very doors, blocked by security, mocked by Ethan, and treated as a city-wide joke. Back then, I thought I needed a man to save me. Now I know. God doesn't save anyone. God only saves those who are ruthless enough to save themselves. Listen closely to the only rule of Eclipse. Some things, once lost, are gone forever. It is too late to beg. In my empire, every woman has the right to be her own boss. Don't call me anyone's wife. Call me boss. She carries my last name, the sole heir to this empire. She carries the features of a man long dead, but she will never even know his name. Look closely, daughter. This is the kingdom at your feet. For a split second, I see her. The girl from 5 years ago, kneeling on the floor, hands calloused from scrubbing. She waves at me and dissolves into mist. I won. The high of revenge lasted only a second. The rest is a cold, lofty silence. And I've realized I'm madly in love with the quiet. Don't get on your knees and beg. You're blocking my path.